What is up, Karen Reed Trial Watchers? Good morning. Happy Monday.
Is Karen Reed a killer girlfriend?
She's guilty.
Or the scapegoat in an elaborate cover-up?
Karen Reed was framed!
Karen Reed is accused of murdering her police officer boyfriend.
And stated repeatedly, I hit him, I hit him.
She may end up taking the stand.
Her first trial ended with a hung jury.
They haven't proven anything.
Will a jury finally agree on a verdict? We know who did it.
The Karen Reed murder retrial. Live coverage this week following jury selection on Court TV.
With all the money they make, can't believe that they haven't taken that trailer off and put another trailer on. Good morning. What is up, guys? You can ring my bell. Rumor has it, guess who's in the building? That would be Dr. Marie Russell. Yeah. Remember I told you guys that? I said, what? You know, if you're going to go that route, you want to show Dr. Marie Russell, dog bite expert, a.k.a., well, you know, and you want to get it into the jury's heads first before you would take them down that road. Well, I heard that Marie Russell's in the house. So, yeah, that's exactly what I would do. How does a jury need to hear this? They need to hear about the dog now from an expert. And then you're going to, you know, work from there. So we can expect to hear from Kelly Dever. Remember, guys, she was employed with the Canton Police Department back when this happened. She is the one that allegedly, supposedly switched spots with Officer Good when he kind of left to go to the scene. She would have been there, knowing possibly and identifying people in the Sally Port, knowing and identifying how the Canton card swipes work. And then did she send Gallagher to One Meadows? Did she inform Gallagher that it was at 32 Fairview instead of 34 Fairview? Those little things. So Karen coming out with a bang. She's gifting 50 Truth and Transparency memberships. Oh, my God. Karen. Thank you. Love you. Wow. Boom. So again, Dr. Marie Russell was part of trial 1. Kelly Dever was not part of trial 1. A couple of people asked last week, why did the jury not see Yannetti questioning one of Michael Proctor's childhood friends? He was going through voir dire, so that's why. All right, yeah. So Kelly, then that friend. Remember, Bev has to make some rulings here today. Hank Brennan says that no, they should have to use Proctor if they want to get the text messages in. And United's like, no. I find it hard to believe that that kid has no recollection, no memory of such a hot topic with those text messages. I mean, yeah, I think he only commented once, but yeah. So we're going to hear if Bev, how corrupt Bev is this morning. Like literally, we're going to find out because she should be totally allowing this. And so if she does not, you guys, that's like the term when the fix is in. Like, this is a walking appeal for Miss Reed. Should she be found guilty of any charges? There's just so many. Can you imagine? Like, this record is so. Whoever's doing the appellate work, if this should ever go there, it's wow. What else? I don't expect a long line of questioning for Miss Dever. I don't expect a long questioning from the childhood friend and Dr. Marie Russell. We're going to see Hank go at Russell. So the jury which I love, is going to get a nice little taste of Hank in that asshole role. He's going to have to try really hard to not be himself and present like to the jury that he's not a cock. Because he's going to have a hard time with that with Miss Russell. And I hope the jury enjoys Dr. Russell as much as we do here at Truth and Transparency. Thank you again, 60K. Yeah, what up? What up? Hit the thumbs up when you come on in. Today we're going to start off with our first bingo, which is a Bev-style bingo. She cheats. We'll cheat at bingo. You only need 4 in a row. You can use the free space. And so we're going to come out the gate swinging with our first Cash App bingo for $20. We normally do $5 per bingo, but we had one carry over. And then, so I want to double up on the 10, courtesy of Trojan Condoms. Trojan Condoms. So $20 bingo game. Number 1. Only need 4 spots in a row. And you can use the free spot. That's a good cheating. She cheats. All right. Thank you for all the awesome wishes with the channel. Oh my gosh, Karen, 60 total memberships she just gifted to everybody. Karen, ringing my bell, girl. Ringing in the new year, I feel like. My hand, by the way, has fully recovered. I don't know if you guys know this, but last Friday, I had to use my phone, right? I took my phone, held it the whole time on my screen so that I could record for everybody last Friday. So from 9 to 4:30. And I think I only walked away twice. So my hand is fully, it's back. She's back. She's back. What else? Everybody have a good weekend. Jackson's team won the ship. They came out and scored 2 goals in the first 5 minutes. I recorded the first 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and he had 2 assists. He played half the game on defense. It's going to be good. He loves it, though. That's what's awesome is he doesn't play because I'm like, you got to get out there and play, damn it. No. That's not what you do. Kids got to love it. I showed him some of my signings. This is from the USA team, the women's team. Alex Morgan's on here. These are goalie gloves. Ashlyn Harris is on here. Krieger's on here. Morgan's on here. Kelly O'Hare's on here. So that was back in 2020, I want to say 2020, 2021, 2020, whatever the year the fucking was they were playing. Messi beat the Crew 5-1. And today I should be actually in Boston, and I was supposed to be sitting side by side with my boy. Where's he at? Is he in chat? Are you in chat, love? Yuri, me and Yuri Buchanan, we were supposed to be going to the game, the Red Sox game tonight, but I unfortunately had to change around my plans on how I'm going to the Karen Reed case due to I have to be somewhere Wednesday and Thursday. And so there he is. So trust me, my bucket list has to wait. All right, back to Karen Reed. We got 13 minutes and 19 seconds until 9 o'clock, but we'll see if Bev's on time. I was listening to a couple different people in the background over the weekend, talk about Karen Reed. And it amazes me again, I just have to say it. I mean, you could be on either side if you think she did it, if you don't think she did it, but how you can be not on the side of she should not be charged, like she should not be convicted in any way, shape, or form due to the investigation, due to the case, due to all the crap. So how people can't meet on that common ground is baffling for like our constitutional rights. Are like I said, it's one thing to have an opinion if you think she did it, if you think that she didn't do it, but how people aren't just agreeing down the board that, yeah, nobody should be convicted like this. This is not how it's supposed to go. This process this is not a fair process. This is not a reliable investigation. Yeah. How people can't agree on that. I think that proves that people are just fucks, because you cannot possibly, I mean, we learned this in government class in high school. Like, no. So, facts. I think they're facts. So that's just what I can't get around. I can't get around that. How are you making an argument that this process, like finding her not guilty, finding her guilty, it's just so unreliable. I mean, we don't know because it's so fucked up. They fuck shit up. All right. Bev thinks that the Commonwealth has proved its elements and proved its burden, and that this should continue on. You know what that means? That means if Bev was a fucking juror, Bev would be voting guilty, right? Like, how can somebody that was a public defender vote guilty in this case when this case is reasonable doubt, like the definition of reasonable doubt? Don't get it. Like, why would we even have the term reasonable doubt if we're not going to like honor what it means? I don't understand. And when I say like I don't understand, I do understand. I think that people are fucking fucked. She had no business. Like, if you want to go ahead and go with involuntary manslaughter forward, yep, go ahead. Murder. We just watched 24 days of a case, and y'all think that murder was committed here? A 2-year-old would know that murder wasn't committed here. By God. Murder. Fuck out of here. I'll give you your murder. In the bedroom, baby. Murder. So we got some paperwork. Let's see what new documents have dropped. Anything worthy of speaking about? She's going to make some rulings this morning. Does anyone have a black screen up with a timer on it? I have no idea what it is. It shouldn't be all black. Definitely across the board, but counts 1 and 3 definitely should have been dismissed. Yeah, 100. I think the only saving grace that you're going to have with why you would be able to leave one of them up there is because of the taillight. what was found at the scene. You know what I mean? Alluding to the fact that there was that something happened over there. But once the defense puts their people on, you're going to have everybody canceling each other out. And the only person that should still be standing, in my opinion, is Dr. Scortibello, which is undetermined, period. Not guilty, reasonable doubt. Like, period. That's what should happen. If you find both experts credible, right? And they both are concluding two different things, then that is reasonable doubt. Now, if you want to totally think that person is full of shit because they lie, but if you find both people credible, the definition with that is both are possible. And once you have that start like adding up and mounting up, this could happen, 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 this could happen. I mean, that's the definition of reasonable doubt. Okay, the defense noticed that it intends to call Kelly. He put Denver, it's not Denver, as a witness in their case. The Commonwealth moves pursuant to, this is what's happened at the end of Friday. Hank's like, we want all written communications, blah, blah, blah. And there are no written communications. And Alan Jackson said, there are no written communications. We spoke with her and everything's been orally on the phone. And we're not turning over. There's nothing to turn over. The medical examiner went further than just undetermined. I'm going off of like when they go back to the room and how they would argue for themselves based off of the report. I don't believe that all those people are writing down notes and going to be able to do what we're doing over here. These people are just so confused. I think they're very confused. They should be confused. He read a book to them in every out of order possible way. But yeah, she said that John O'Keefe had no injuries consistent with being hit by an automobile. 100. I just want them to eliminate the phone data. That just because the phone stopped moving and registering steps does not mean that John O'Keefe was dead. That's how, once the defense touches on that, for me, if I was a juror, okay, and you give me something reasonable, handled it. Especially if it's a young crowd. They believe in their iPhones. They believe in their phones. I've never looked at my iPhone once in my entire life and had the wrong time. I've never once set an alarm and it didn't not go off, except if I set it for AM versus PM or vice versa. So they're going to believe in phones. In phones we trust. Absolutely, Sandy. The jurors don't have time to go back and rewatch like we do. 100. Truth and transparency. Do you think Lieutenant Garrett Wing is in the shadow and testifying after Dr. Russell? I would kind of do what they're doing. I would have him right before ARCA. So I would use Dr. Russell here after, and so you have like a teeter-totter. And so you had Matt DeSogra then Dr. Russell. Okay. And then you have Garrett Wing, and then you have Arca. And then in between it, you're going to have, I think early on, you're going to have a timeline person. I want a recall of Carrie Roberts at the very least. If I can't get a recall of Carrie Roberts or Jennifer McCabe, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to feel like let down in trial 2.0. So I don't care if it's fucking 2 questions. I want their fucking happy asses the fuck back in there. I misunderstood the question, Mr. Jackson. Yeah, I want Jackson to put a dick in it, in her mouth. You understand? Did you misunderstand my question? Let's talk about John's phone, Carrie. And which is a perfect person to recall back is Carrie. Because everybody's assuming that the phone was under John O'Keefe. So you'd want to put that in the minds of the jurors' heads that there's a chance that Carrie lied, like she lied to the grand jury, right? Give me Carrie Roberts. Carrie Roberts has always struck me as the most odd bird in this whole thing, because who the hell is up at 5 o'clock in the morning and then goes outside to start their car and is then sitting in their car just waiting for Karen to call? Like, do you know how many things I would have handled and things I would have done before I'm just going out driving around looking for him? Like, looking for him where? Think about like the logic in that. If you're going around looking for him, you think he's outside. Okay, he didn't drive anywhere, so it's not like you can go around looking to see if you can see his car at some hoe's house. Like, oh my God, there it is. So she immediately, Karen didn't tell her to call the police. Karen didn't call hospitals, call the police. Like, what is she doing? Like, that's just like, I remember, okay, so here, this is how I envisioned in my head. All right, I can't remember if it was my senior year in college, the year after. I was still living in Cincinnati. So we all went out to Jillian's, if you guys remember Jillian's down on the border, Cincinnati, Kentucky, in Newport. And they have a huge ass, like it's like 7 floors, and it's like nightclub bowling. I mean, it was a really cool place. So we went bowling on a Sunday night up there, and I had my Wrangler at the time. And so I had all the Jeep doors off, tops off. When we're getting ready to leave, my roommate's boyfriend had drove. And so she decides to ride with me because the Jeep's just more fun. And when we leave, he was going to follow us. We had just moved into a townhouse, and I don't remember if he'd been there before, but hey, just follow us. But since we had just moved, we're driving, he's following, and we're on the highway because you have to be on the highway for just like an exit or two. And then we're getting off, and I just noticed that he wasn't behind us. And I'm like, oh my God, I wonder if he went to the other house, just not even thinking. So we call his phone, he doesn't answer. And then we get back to the condo, and we're waiting. And like, he's just not answering, nor is he like arriving. And I was like, his phone probably died. He doesn't know where he's at. Yada, yada, yada. Couple hours went by. My roommate's like, listen, we need to go look for him. I was like, no. I was like, we will call, let's call and see if like he got fucking a ticket, pulled over, picked up for drinking and driving. I don't fucking know. But she wanted to go out looking for him. And I'm like, looking for him where? That was me. I'm like, why the fuck would we go? Where are we gonna go looking for him at? Like, we're gonna just drive around the fucking city of Cincinnati. I was like, we're not doing that. I was like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard. I was like adamant. I was like, we don't need to be driving anywhere. Driving where? Well, we can at least go to our old house. I'm like, you think he's just like what banging on the door at our old house and no one's just like I was like, no. I was like, hey, I'll do whatever with you, girl, but we aren't driving anywhere. I was adamant about not driving anywhere because I was like, there's nowhere to go. Well, sure as shit, this kid, and he fucking gets a car accident and like runs off in the side of the road and flips her fucking car. And I think he got her, but we called around to the different areas, and we finally found to call, and it was hold on one second. Hold on, I'm fixing it. We should be good now. Maybe I'll need that hand again. It should be good now. Did you miss the end of the story? Oh, I'll tell you the story. Lana, the entire story was glitching? Fuck, are you serious? And see who's on her internet besides her. No, I'm switching internet providers. That's the issue. What the? Oh, okay, hold on. Welcome back. Did she find him? Oh, we found him all right. He got in a car accident and he flipped her car. And we found him by using her license plate because her car was towed. He wrecked it and he got arrested for drinking and driving. And I was like, what a fucking tool bag. He just drove your car and fucking smashed it. He doesn't have insurance. I said, are you fucking kidding me? But I think at the time, Ohio, the insurance follows the driver. And I was like, what a loser. If you don't break up with this fucking tool bag, what a fucking cocksucker. Who smashes somebody else's car? Why would he drive your car if he was drunk? What a fucking asshole. So that day he never lived it down. I was like, you are such a fucking idiot. I was like, break up with this fucking tool bag. I'm gonna break up with him anyways. You might as well do it now. Oh, Ben!
You are unmuted.
Okay, we're back.
Please be seated. Court is in session.
Okay, we're good. Let's do this.
So, Mr. Lessie, I was told you wanted to see me?
Yes, can I just have a moment with Mr. Brennan?
Okay, sure.
Dr. Russell.
Dr. Russell, what you want?
You don't want to agree.
Yeah, my girl Russell. All right, guys. Good morning. Bev's early.
I've resolved the matter with Mr. Brennan that would have been the subject of that.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. So I appreciate getting the redacted text messages over the weekend. Ms. Tianetti, this is yours, right? So, Mr. Brennan, I'm letting the text messages in over the Commonwealth's objection. I find that they're properly authenticated and that they do go to...
Can I turn this fan off?
Yes, can we turn...
Haha, told you guys.
Thank you. So I do find that they're properly authenticated, and I find that they come in as they go to the state of mind of Trooper Proctor.
They do.
Specifically as that goes to potentially reflecting any bias or omissions in the police investigation. So I'll give a limiting instruction at the time they come in. I understand that what was still remaining with disagreement are in orange. So I've got rulings on those. I don't think we need argument. We've heard plenty of argument on this. So regarding the first page with the numbers, I think we should do it the way I inquired about them last week, with just the last two numbers, not the last four. So those redactions will have to be made. I think the first page with disagreement is on page 02537. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay, so the first one from Bird saying something stinks, I'm going to allow that in. And then there's a message that you both agree to in yellow. And then for the orange, all I'm going to let in out of that is gotta be, and that's where it ends. So you'll have to redact out the rest of that, Ms. Gianetti. And the next page, and the only other one was 02539, is that right?
Correct.
So that comes out. All right, that's it. I don't know whose objections they were. Those are my rulings.
Those are my
All
rulings.
right, can we bring the jury in, please?
Hell yeah, we can. God, who are we starting off with today? Witness. Witness number 39. Witness number 39. So there you have it, guys. They're in. I love it. They have to be in. I mean, that's just fucking so I was like, there's just some things she's not going to be able to do. Jury, let's go. Donna Jones, did you
Hear ye, hear ye. All persons have your attendance and you shall be heard. God save the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. This court is in session. Please be seated.
So good morning again, counsel. Good morning, Ms. Reed. Good morning, jurors. Everyone able to follow the instructions and refrain from doing any independent research or investigation into this case? Everyone said yes.
Truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do. Thank you.
Good morning.
Morning.
May I proceed, Your Honor?
Yes.
Good morning, sir. Would you please state your name and spell your last name?
Jonathan Diamandis, Diamandis.
Sir, do you know former Trooper Michael Proctor?
I do.
How do you know him?
We've been friends since middle school, approximately 30 years.
And in what town?
Canton, Massachusetts.
Did you graduate high school with Michael Proctor?
I did.
When was that?
2000.
How close did you remain in contact with Michael Proctor after high school?
Very close.
Do you have his cell number?
I do.
How often have you texted him over the years?
Frequently.
And when you text him, is that direct one-to-one or part of a group chat or both?
Both.
And I want to direct your attention to one particular group chat that had 9 people on it. Do you know the one I'm referring to?
I do.
And what one is that?
It's one that's been in existence for many years. We've been texting on that text chain for 10 plus years, I would suggest.
Okay. And over those 10 years, the members of that group chat, I'm not asking you for names, but if you could tell me, where are these people from? How do you know them?
We all grew up together and went to school together at some point.
All from Canton?
All from Canton.
And with regard to the 9 people on that group chat, you're one of them?
Correct.
And whether or not Michael Proctor is on that group chat with the rest of your high school friends as well?
He is, yes.
May I have the exhibit that was marked for identification, please? I apologize, I don't recall the triple letter. Would have been the last one from Friday. It's triple N as in Nancy. And Your Honor, may I approach the witness for the purpose of handling this? And I've handed you what has been marked triple N for identification. Do you recognize that, sir?
I do.
Have you seen that before?
Yes, I was shown it last Friday.
And what do you recognize it to be?
A portion of our text chain.
Okay, and when you say a portion, it's a limited time period within a much longer text chain. Is that fair to say?
That's correct.
And with regard to how you're able to recognize it, I'd like to just ask you a few questions. First of all, on the first page of that document, do you see a series of phone numbers?
I do.
And do you recognize your phone number on that text chain?
Yes.
And having reviewed that text chain on Friday, did you see that you had actually sent one text of the whole body of text that's included in what has been marked triple N for identification?
Yes.
In order to send that text message as of late January, early February of 2022, did your phone have a passcode on it?
Yes.
Have you had that for several years?
Yes.
In order to send a text chain, do you have to enter the passcode to your phone first to unlock it?
Correct.
And so it would have been you who sent that message.
Yes.
And having reviewed the content of that text chain, were you able to identify which entries were typed and sent by Michael Proctor?
Yes.
Who is he on that text chain?
He's listed as local user.
Okay, and it says local user, and there's a bunch of letters and numbers after that?
Correct.
Everybody else is identified by a phone number?
Yes, or a nickname.
And actually, even the ones with a nickname have a phone number, correct?
Correct, yes.
So 3 of them have nicknames, correct?
Yeah, I see 2 on the first page here.
Do you see? Of the
Third on the bottom. Yes, I see 3.
So you see 3 there?
Yes, yes.
And so of the 9, we have
yes.
any true and accurate in that I have no further questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Could I have exhibit 209 when it's ready, please? Thank you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
About 30 years?
Yes,
Are you still friends with him?
I am.
Yours and Mr. Proctor's?
Did.
The extent of that text chain, did it go back many, many years?
Yes.
Have you ever looked at any records that summarize some of that text chain?
Yes.
Comments. Did you?
Correct.
You're on the text chain. Please.
I do.
Did he tell you why? Why?
It was in connection to this case. I believe it was based on his text messages that were sent to us.
Based on these comments that are in exhibit?
Correct.
Did you at any time ever defend